Hello everyone, Forksake here, and lots of things happened yesterday. Mixer, the streaming platform, getting shut down. Those of you who don't know what happened, a former Microsoft employee came out yesterday and shared his experiences working with Mixer. And he apparently said that many people working at Mixer were racist. Here's what he said. I worked at Microsoft for 2 years starting in 2017. In 2018, I relocated to Seattle to work on the Mixer team. I was beyond happy and anxious to have the ability to finally work in the gaming industry. The flip side to all of this is crazy. This experience was the worst I've ever had professionally, and it's all due to racism. He says, I was one of the only black people working at Mixer during my tenure. While at a conference, I was pulled aside and told that the only reason I was hired is because I am street smart. The first thing that popped into my head at the time was affirmative action. I believed I was only hired to meet a diversity goal because I was black. Anyways, I decided to brush it off and let it go. Time goes by, and we are in an internal meeting discussing projects we wanted to execute. My manager decided to give us an analogy. That analogy was, I'm in between a rock and a hard place. What I mean is, all the partners are my slaves. I own their content. I control their success on our platform. For me, I am the slave master. I own partners. I got angry, pissed off, and honestly I didn't want to work at Microsoft Mixer anymore. My manager saw my mood was not the same and decided to have one we won within that meeting. I told her why I was angry and why her using that analogy was not okay. She decided to defend her statement and even had the nerve to Google that analogy to prove it why it was okay. After Google showed her that it was not okay to use that analogy, she told me I need to work on myself if I wanted to go far in this industry. I need to work on my emotions and feelings to similar comments. After this meeting, I knew I was leaving. I reported my entire experience to a skip level manager. I also included examples when my ideas in meetings were passed on, when said ideas were the exact same from my white colleagues. The skip level never reported any of the slavery comments to HR. So when I spoke with HR, they were surprised and said this has never been communicated. After that meeting, I resigned a few weeks later. I spoke with the legal team to start an investigation with my manager. This investigation would continue even though I decided to terminate my employment. Months go by without a verdict. One day late last year, I get a call from the legal team with their final findings. That finding was not guilty. The reason my manager was not penalized and the reason she still has her job today is because she cannot be racist. The reason she cannot be racist is because she hired a black person. This is why you haven't seen me in any streams. These 4 points are the reason I do not and will not support Mixer. Now, I have lots of close friends at Mixer, and I don't want you to think that they are all bad. But one of the main people calling the shots has zero respect for any partner, not their platform. She believes you all are slaves and she owns your future and content. I stood up to her because I refuse to let anyone be classified as such, and I hope no partners feel bad I did so. I do not care about how big a company is or their market share. If we do not have the same values, if you cannot be intelligent enough to know racism isn't tolerated, then I will not work for you or your company. All in all, this was my experience. Now, because of this statement, Mixer was trending on Twitter and got a really bad publicity, so bad that they had to shut down. Now, what they have done is they partnered with Facebook. No matter where you choose to stream, the world is better with your gaming content in it. As the operations side of Watch Mixer is closing, we are inviting the Mixer community to hashtag Facebook Gaming. More details. And yeah, they pretty much went to Facebook. Big streamers like Ninja and Shroud have also made a lot of money from Mixer. Rod says sources Facebook offered an insane offer at almost double for the original Mixer contracts of Ninja and Shroud, but loaded Ninja and Shroud said no and forced Mixer to buy them out. Ninja made 30 million from Mixer and Shroud made 10 million. Ninja and Shroud are now free agents. And many people are joking about this, But there were a lot of streamers who dedicated their lives to growing their channels on the platform. They were promised support, and it all ended up with them getting kicked. That is really sad. I feel bad for them. But now let's move on to the next thing that happened yesterday. Shane Dawson. He's been getting a lot of hate. Now this is because a well-known personality on social media known as Cam Lester came out on his Instagram story and exposed Shane Dawson.
I'm going to be talking about why I no longer support Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and Shane Dawson. This has been really hard. I've actually been processing this for months. I've never said anything on my platforms. I try to keep everything under the radar, but silence is complicit. When we were in the hotel, and I was in his hotel, and we were just chilling, we were talking to Rich Lux again and a few other people, and I was talking to Jeffree, and I remember Shane Dawson called, and he was going off about James Charles and something, and telling, just cursing James out, and I was just kind of taken back because I've never seen Shane Dawson like that, and he was just going in on James. And I was like, oh, is there there's something brewing, there's something going on with James and Shane and Jeffree. So I was just uncomfortable, and I just was like, I'm gonna stay over here. Shane Dawson, even with Shane Dawson posting me on his platform, I was grateful, but I felt like it was kind of to silence me and be like we're gonna just keep giving you breadcrumbs and hanging you by a string and manipulating you so you can stay quiet, so you will never speak your truth, so you won't talk about that situation in the hotel that Shane was going off and cursing out James and on FaceTime with Jeffree. It was just, I felt always silenced. I apologize to James for not having the courage to tell him what happened, because I had so much weight. I was like, yo, he lost 3 million subscribers, and I knew something was up 3 months before. 3 months before. I knew there was something weird going on.
What he is referring to is the James Charles and Dottie drama. Now this drama was definitely one of the biggest dramas on YouTube, the biggest dramas ever, one of the biggest dramas ever. And now I have to I'll show you guys a tweet that I agree with, 100% agree with. It's from Optimus, and it says, the drama makeup community on YouTube is so fucking stupid and intelligent at the same time. The same 7 people manufacture drama between each other consistently to peddle makeup palettes to teenage girls with self-confidence issues and make millions of dollars. Idiotic geniuses. I 100% agree with this tweet. These beauty gurus just keep making drama between each other and just to make profit. It has been done so many times, and yet people still fall for this shit. It's really stupid. But now we're going to move on to a serious issue. So many YouTubers and Twitch streamers have been called out recently by random people and other streamers, where they claim that these YouTubers have harassed them, or even gone so far to say these streamers have sexually assaulted them. Now, they haven't shown any proof or anything like that, but there were so many streamers getting called out for harassment here that Twitch had to release a statement last night. We take accusations of sexual harassment and misconduct extremely seriously. We are actively looking into the accounts concerning streamers affiliated with Twitch and will work with law enforcement where applicable. We're thankful for the bravery shown by those who have come forward to speak about their experiences, and we are committed to working to make the streaming community safer for everyone. Now, I have some things to say here. False accusations can ruin lives. Now, I'm not defending any streamers here who are accused of this, but an accusation like that can literally ruin someone's life. I mean, take it from James Charles, who spent the last entire year dealing with being called a predator, despite proving it all wrong. People should not jump into conclusions, yet at least without any proof. When they have proof, they can say it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say in this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.